What's up YouTube, back with another video. ZG here, hope you're having a great day. As you see from the title, watching the most popular anime from 2000 to 2024. So like, subscribe, let's get to it.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the series that won the hearts of anime fans from the turn of the century onwards.
Okay. Oh yeah, Demon Slayer will have to be on this.
2000, Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Valley.
All together now.
Time to duel!
While its success likely comes as a byproduct of its symbiotic relationship with the card game that launched alongside it, Yugi stays battling his way through Duelist Kingdom were as campy as they were entertaining. Forced to compete in a tournament in order to save the soul of his grandfather, Yugi and his ancient Egyptian ghost bro entranced young viewers everywhere with the game of Duel Monsters, its epic creature designs, nebulous rulebook, and of course, its iconic dub.
My grandpa's deck has no pathetic cards, Kaiba.
Facts.
But it does contain the unstoppable Exodia.
While it was very much a show of its time, you won't find an anime fan out there who hasn't wanted to own a Blue Eyes White Dragon at least once in their life. 2001, Fruits Basket.
Wait, stop! Don't
Can't
fight
stand
us!
this. It's not it. I mean, just not be a fan, but that's just me, I guess.
Its modern remake arguably did everything better and is overall a much more faithful adaptation, credit still deserves to be given to its initial attempt, which introduced many to what some consider one of the pinnacles of the shoujo genre. A sweet and simple girl struck by tragedy, Toru's meeting and eventual integration with the Soma family proved itself to be a melting pot of slice-of-life goodness, shockingly dark storytelling, as well as all the romantic tension you could want. Ask your parents if they remember the Great Bishi War between Kyo and Yuki.
So it looks like Kyo was the loser today, was he?
Yes, but I'll still help him clean up.
2002,
Okay.
Naruto.
Okay. It's obvious. Hey, what's y'all favorite art? Mine's
The
on
ninja that assisted in guiding
the
the
retrieval art,
shonen
I'll be
genre
honest.
into the mainstream, Naruto's popularity and placement in the anime landscape can still be felt today. But even in its early stages, it captured the attention of the masses with its abundance of flashy fight scenes, an endearingly expansive cast, and a lead whose dogged determination set the trend for many a protagonist to come.
Big facts. He never stopped spamming that Rasengan.
Between its awesome initial arcs as well as the birth of the now infamous Naruto run, you'd have to be under to not recognize how much of an impact this shinobi had upon release.
It was too much. Y'all not real ninjas, I'm sorry. Like, if I seen you do that, I'd be mad.
2003, Full Metal Alchemist. Despite branching out into its own narrative away from its beloved source material, the Elric brothers and their journey to recover their bodies had such incredible bones to it that audiences couldn't help but become enraptured by their struggle. Between the world building, use of alchemy, and beautiful bonds formed between its cast, everything about this initial adaptation was a masterclass as far as newcomers were concerned. And even with hindsight, the shine certainly hasn't dulled. To the extent that many still swear by this being the superior version. They're wrong though.
Maybe this is a more fitting end.
Sword every time.
2004, Bleach, another of the big three, one that showed immense promise even with its humble beginnings, echoing many of the tropes that shonen fans had come to adore in the form of its sword-swinging, spirit-sealing punk of a main character.
And the foreshadowing was crazy, especially now we have the 1000 Year Blood War. Toshiro, my favorite. Who y'all favorite in the comments? Bleach.
Bleach's first arc may have seemed a tad slow compared to those that followed, but after laying down its roots in its central cast, it exploded to frantic heights thanks to the beast that was the Soul Society arc.
Island. greatest villain, top 5 in all anime, in my opinion. Top 5.
Its sophomore season was so phenomenal
If
in
not top
terms of
3.
developing the world and the stakes that it was enough to lock in long-term fans for the sequel series 20 years later. 2005, Eureka 7, in a market.
What? What? Don't get me wrong. I love Eureka 7 with a passion. It's like my top 15. But I might be wrong, but SAO came out this year. SAO came out this year. SAO came out this year. And you telling me Eureka 7 beats it? Lost their mind.
Kids as crowded as the mecha genre, you really have to do
It's
something
good,
to
but
stand out amongst
I
all the
believe
noise
SAO,
and
that got me
robot
into anime
parts.
personally.
Eureka 7 did just that,
What?
and in doing so,
SAO, my
brought with
number
it
one.
a level of charm, intrigue, and resulting adoration that you rarely see these days.
I feel like I have to do something
Really?
to make up for it.
Made this list.
Giant robots on surfboards.
I love their relationship,
One
by
of
the
the most
way.
radical ideas ever. But what really stole the hearts of fans was the way in which the budding love of its central duo was pitted against the war and intolerance of the world around them. The series found so much success and goodwill that fans have since
True.
become very protective
I'm
of
too
it.
mad, but I'm
Hence
still
the
mad.
rabid hatred and refusal to acknowledge inferior and detrimental spin-offs such as Astral Ocean.
Yeah, that shit was trash. They had that magic.
2006,
Okay,
Death Note.
okay, that's reasonable,
Swapping
yeah.
fists for mind games, Death Note was a juggernaut of a series that dared to ask questions of morality, justice, and when does a noble cause descend into rabid narcissism.
そして僕は新世界の神となる
This nigga's
In an
crazy.
effort to save the world from itself, genius student Light Yagami harnesses the power of the Death Note, eliminating anyone with but a stroke of the pen. And that's when the enigmatic detective L steps in, leading to one of anime's greatest cat and mouse games. Beyond the thrilling
Facts.
twists and tightly paced narrative, what kept Death Note's name in everybody's mouths was the way in which fans found themselves debating the manner in which Light was committing his crusade and whether or not he was justified. Any series that can inspire that level of conversation is certainly doing something right.
僕はキラそして新世界の神
2007, Gurren
Gurren
Lagann.
Lagann went crazy. They should never kill bro off so early, I ain't gonna lie.
Yes, it was another spacefaring rebellion combined with giant robots again, the only difference being just how bombastic it turned out to be. Gurren Lagann is the epitome of go big or go home in just about every regard. From its heroes, its villains, its ladies,
Facts.
all the way to its finale. It not only set
Shit
the
went
standards of both
went to
excellence
sleep
and
during it on
madness that would
Toonami.
lead to
I
the
can't
creation
lie.
of Studio Trigger, but it was also a trailblazer for anime in terms of just how wild one could get with their premise. No wonder it's remembered so fondly.
俺のドリルは天を作るドリルだ
2008, Soul
If
Eater.
y'all haven't watched Soul Eater, oh my god. It's one of the most underrated animes I've ever watched. It's amazing. Black Star, one of my favorites. Soul, he is my favorite. Very cool. It's a pretty good list, I can't
殺
lie.
人鬼切り裂きジャック
Except for 2005, SAO.
お前の
So
魂
online all day.
いただくよ
Yes, its ending will live on in infamy forevermore, but everything before that little slip up
Yeah,
was
that
a great
yeah,
ride
too
that
good.
still earned it quite the following. Focusing
read
on a
manga.
group of weapon-wielding students who hunt down witches and monsters by order of death itself, Soul Eater is equal parts quirky and savage in the best ways possible, with the animation lending itself to some wild throwdowns. We dare say that should they ever decide to readapt it and stick to the original source material, there's enough fervor left behind from its first attempt to bring the faithful clamoring back.
I hate anime-only endings. I really do.
2009.
Oh, okay.
Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
And I
Not
hate,
only is it considered one of the best anime
what it
remakes
was,
of
how
all
they did,
time, but to many, it's the greatest anime of all time.
forgot
Plain
the
and
name.
simple. Of course
Akame
it was
got killed.
popular.
That anime-only ending. They did him dirty. It might have been cold, but it's so
Bringing back
Broly
the
turned
Elric
into a
brothers
dragon and
for a
lived like
faithful
that. They had
adaptation
kids,
of the
but they
beloved
killed them all.
manga, Brotherhood
What the
didn't
hell?
skip a single beat when it comes
I'm
to
just
the
yapping.
narrative, animation, and performances, resulting in a journey with a pitch-perfect ending that wrapped everything together seamlessly, something that's proving to be a rarity these days. Pair that with the ravenous fanbase that had accrued courtesy of the 2003 adaptation, and this thing was practically destined to succeed.
錬金術がなくてもみんながいるって
Facts.
正解だ錬金術師お前は俺に勝った
2010 Angel Beats.
ここにいるってことは
I never finished this one.
あなた死んだのよ
High school, limbo, aspirations, regrets, weapons, young love.
I think it's only one
You
season.
wouldn't expect all these would go together, but in the hands of Angel Beats, it became one of those series that was able to balance seemingly everything. It made us laugh, it made us weep, it offered that comfy slice of life goodness so many fans crave, even the occasional bit of bullet hell. The
Hold on. Like almost halfway. Don't forget to like and subscribe, y'all.
result was, for many, a viewing experience that left us emotionally drained, destroyed, and yet all too happy for the experience. Oh god, here comes the waterworks again.
命をくれて本当にありがとう
2011,
Oh,
Hunter
Hunter,
x
Hunter.
Hunter.
Okay, okay.
世界一のハンタ
ーに
ー
なる
By the time
I
that
forgot.
this now
Hisoka?
legendary anime aired, the
I
shonen
think that's his name,
formula
Hisoka.
was becoming pretty stale.
No, wait.
Everyone
Him
knew
that
what
just
to
showed up? I
expect,
forgot his name.
and then came along a kid named
That's your
John
favorite character?
and an
He
unbreakable
belongs in
desire to
jail.
become a hunter,
Jail.
and enough strength to make it a reality.
Ken.
待てマイタマイタ
While it still adhered to all of those conventions that had
Metal
come
Roll.
before it, the second attempt at adapting
when he went
Hunter x
against
Hunter was operating on another
One of the
level.
top
The
10
intricacies
fights,
of its world,
all anime,
characters,
at rage
and
moments.
combat blew collective minds. The richness of its storytelling kept audiences captivated across over 100 episodes, and has since left them salivating
Some
for
nice
a
arcs, too.
continuation they're unlikely to ever see.
That's that word.
2012, Sword Art Online. Some
2012. This came out in 2012. Am I tripping? 2012. Yeah, at least it's on her.
of it,
guess
some
I went
hate
crazy.
it. Everyone was talking about it back in the
Okay.
day. While later
Yeah.
seasons and a higher budget would certainly boost its reputation, the original SAO outing was one everyone loved to dunk
Yes,
on.
what?
Mostly for the same reasons everyone else enjoyed it.
この剣を抜くたびに心の中で私のことを思い出して
He has a suit,
The
bitch.
romance between Kirito and Asuna, the logic of the gaming world, the harem subplots,
I truly
it's like it was
feel like
born
this
to
is the
divide the
gateway
fan base.
of isekai
And yet, audiences kept
in
coming
gaming,
back for more.
anime, manga,
No matter your stance on
manga,
all
a lot.
things SAO, it's certainly carved a niche for itself in the
It's
anime
my number one
sphere.
for life.
大好きだよ
I die for
ずっと
this.
一緒にいようね
2013,
Oh.
Attack on Titan.
Best opening.
Before the mystery in the basement,
well, second
before the
best opening
secret of
SAO.
Emir, before every other plot point that would go on to define this series
It was-
as an absolute masterpiece in
crazy.
its later seasons, Attack on Titan was still a cultural explosion,
Facts.
one that drew the attention and
They waited so long to
adoration
put out a season
of
back
all
in the
who
day.
gazed upon its blood-soaked world.
Crazy to see.
The first season alone was a roller coaster with a
True.
portrayal of a dismal future where humanity's last bastion comes under siege from giant humanoids. All the while, a vengeful pup named Eren begins his ruinous road to revenge.
Big facts.
There was no escaping this
If you know, you
series
know.
back in the day, even before it transcended into the stuff of animated legends.
On the title. Nice. Dang.
2014, Haikyuu.
I guess. I never got too many sports animes.
There is sports anime, and then there's Haikyuu,
Damn.
with volleyball serving as the framework, the journey of Karasuno's
I just never got
underdogs
to it.
as they endeavor to reclaim their past glories soared above others.
I think MHA
field.
should be on My
The
Hero Academia.
enthusiasm of its players, the high octane
Just
back
ended,
and
by
forth
the
of its
way.
matches, from its crushing
Sad.
defeats to its
They did
euphoric
Deku
wins,
Dairy for 8
this
years.
series hit all the
8
boxes
years,
and
like,
only
no
seemed
hero,
to
no
reach
nothing,
higher
just a
heights
teacher.
with every match taken.
I'll be tight.
お前の最強の武器で来い飛びよ
It can't be understated how big of a deal the lad's time on the court turned out to be.
Okay.
One Punch Man.
Read the manga, y'all. It's the drawing is just so amazing.
Fans of all things capes were treated very well during the 2010s, and kicking off the trend was a certain hero able to wipe out just about any threat with a singular blow. Something of a deconstruction of the superhero tropes many had come to know,
Hey,
Saitama's
unpopular
career
opinion,
as the
Genos.
strongest hero that no one acknowledges
He's a little bit overrated in
was
strength,
primed
I'm
for
be honest.
popularity due to a
He just
combination of
kicked him
wild
his ass
comedy
beat. I don't
and
get it.
jaw-dropping battles that pushed the visual quality into the stratosphere. Even if it lost some of its luster going forward, all anyone could talk about upon his debut
Season
was
3?
Saitama
It's
and
gonna
his
be something different.
insta-killing fist bump.
俺の町に
When they get to that arc, it's slow.
落ちてんじゃね
2016,
Okay, there it is.
My
My
Hero
Hero, yo.
Academia.
君はヒーローになれ
Yeah,
る
they fan base is so weird. I
As
swear.
we said,
I don't even like to
superhero
say that,
fever
but
was running amok,
it's
with
so-
this series in particular capturing the hearts
some
of fans
things,
everywhere
it just-
through its loving homage to the comics
Then
of
the-
old,
then the shipping
all the
is
while
just,
putting a modern spin on it courtesy of its
like,
high
come on,
school
y'all.
setting,
That's gross.
creativity of its quirks, and the arcs of its adolescent
Hey,
adventures,
Shigaraki blow up, though.
especially superfan turned chosen one,
Let me stop.
Deku. The earnestness and affection in which My Hero Academia presented itself as a match made in heaven for those who liked their anime with a bit of Marvel flair to it means it has continued to endure even from its early days in the classroom.
さらに向こうへうるせえ
2017, Black Clover.
5枚目には悪魔が住む
Okay, okay. Why would they
Much
do that?
like its
Fight
lead
that? It's,
character, this series had everything going.
it's so good. Black Clover is so good. But the animation, and when they hit the witch, for one of the Black Clovers, a witch arc. Oh my god, the animation, bro. Like, it's going so good in the manga too right now. The animation just threw me off. I had to stop watching after that. I gotta get back on it though.
Another fantasy-laced anime with a down-and-out protagonist who'd like to scream a lot. What's so special about that? Well, we soon learned. Our Stern Company certainly didn't reinvent the wheel when it came to high fantasy
y'all
anime,
really cold.
complete with spells, swords, and the power of friendship, but there was
Sick
something
power of
about it
friendship,
that
I ain't
struck a
gonna lie.
chord with fans. Maybe it was the relentless action, how light on filler it was, or perhaps we all fell victim to Asta's simple charm as he strove
And
to
he
become
get the
the Wizard King.
HOEs.
He certainly made a
The
believer
hoes.
out of us.
Hey.
That time I got reincarnated as a slime. Amongst
I
the
still feel like it's
dregs of the
underrated.
Isekai apocalypse, a lone champion emerged. a squishy, highly absorbent champion. That's right, out of all these series featuring average Joes being sent to fantastical kingdoms, Rimuru's story stood tall as the one that garnered the most intrigue.
Especially season 1, it was so well done.
It simply did wonders, blending together the joy of watching an all-powerful blob build a nation of peace for all monster kind,
Why would he do that?
before switching it up to some rather brutal fight scenes. Hey, just because he's a slime doesn't mean he doesn't know how to throw down. And that's the dichotomy that guaranteed Rimuru some serious staying power.
死ね神の怒りに焼き貫かれてメギド始ま
2019
Okay.
Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba.
Yeah, right though. Yo.
の神神
Like a bat out of hell, this series blazed onto the anime scene and eviscerated all in its wake, and fans couldn't get enough of it. Thanks to Ufotable God tier animation,
Facts.
we were given
Animation
some of
was
the
so
most
good.
beautiful battles the medium
And
has
Nezuko.
ushered in.
She's so
all
good
helmed
too.
by the adorably optimistic
Not in a weird
Tanjiro
way.
as he pursues the life of a demon slayer in order to save his sister from her cursed fate. The Taisho period setting combined with some truly marvelous
I can't
character
wait for this
work,
new season.
and again, the absurd budget ensured Demon
About to
Slayer
go
as
down
a
with,
modern classic in the
Muzan.
making.
Wait, let's just talk about. Imagine him get bitch so bad and all he give his blood to every demon, and they see that breathing style. They all got PTSD. Let's just talk about that first of all. But I don't know what to say. Like, you gave everybody a single fear from your own heart, your soul.
2020 Jujutsu Kaisen,
Okay, yeah.
arguably Mappa's masterpiece.
Yeah.
This blood-soaked portrait of action, horror, shonen conventions, and bleak
Hey, Supra?
storytelling
That's a
rocked
great
the
villain.
anime
Just
world
evil
upon
'cause he's
release,
evil.
and in many ways has left it reeling.
In the manga,
That don't mean expansion.
Yes. Ryuji.
On one side,
Shibuya
you've got the
Argo.
battle between Jujutsu
Shibuya
sorcerers
Argo.
and
I can't believe
curses, complete with their blinding fights that don't skip out on the ferocity and grisly aftermath. And on the other, you've got the untamed thirst for the likes of Satoru Gojo, who quickly established himself as a tour de force of a character and anime's most sought-after husband. To say it's lost not an ounce
Hey,
of steam
even me,
or
no
interest
Diddy,
would be
but-
an understatement.
He was looking good. No Diddy. He was looking good.
2021 Tokyo Revengers. Delinquents, time travel, and a wimpy lead
I
character
could never get into
unable to
Tokyo
turn off the
Revengers.
waterworks. Put all
I
that
just don't
together
like.
and you've got
I
yourself
like the
a winning
delinquent part.
formula.
That's cool.
After
But the time
discovering
travel,
an old flame of his
and then
has
he's weak
died,
during the whole thing. He
Takemichi
don't get
finds
strong. Like, he
himself
don't know how to
suddenly
fight or
able
nothing.
to
Like,
travel back into the days of his youth, now dead
Just
set on
useless,
using
I
his
swear.
new gift to change the future.
I can respect it, I guess.
But in order to do so, he's got to join the feared delinquent gang of all of them. The central mystery is certainly compelling, and with the branching paths caused by Takemichi meddling with timelines, along with its titanic supporting characters such as Mikey and Draken, there was plenty of riveting content here for fans of anime hoodlums.
そもそも逃げる気はねえシフユこいつをブラックドラゴンを潰さねえと未来は変わらねえ
2022
Okay, Chainsaw Man, yeah.
Chainsaw Man. And
He
you
just
anime
wants some
in
cheeks.
recent years have had the
We all
kind of
been there.
hype
He just wants some
generated
cheeks, you know.
against
Yeah,
Chainsaw
it's
Man,
okay.
and with
I
good
don't blame.
reason.
I want some cheeks too.
おや
The manga was groundbreaking in its insane premise, and the adaptation's execution certainly lived up to the madness that is Denji's life.
ひらめいたぜてめえが俺に切られて血流して俺がてめえの血飲んで回復
Going from a
I never
vagabond
really
to a
liked the,
hybrid demon capable of turning
well, there's
his body
CGI
into a
animation
slew
like
of
that,
chainsaws, Denji finds himself
not for
under
me
the leash
personally,
of
but
the
it's still pretty
mysterious
good.
Makima as he goes around slicing up demons for the good of all, and to indulge in whatever decadent needs he can come up with. As bizarre as it might sound, Chainsaw Man was a breath of fresh air for all looking for a series with a tad more spice to its storytelling. 2023 Frieren
No, watch
Beyond
Frieren yet.
Journey's End. Enchanting, meditative,
終わってしまったな。
そうだね。僕たちの冒険はこれで終わりだ。
insightful, hilarious, heartbreaking. The tale of the ageless mage, following the end of her party's quest to defeat the demon lord, captured all our hearts.
I can't him on her. I ain't watch it. I ain't gonna
As
lie.
it delved into the nuances of her being destined to outlive all her companions, peppered with some top-tier magical battles and excellent development between Frieren and her allies in both the past and future. And you'll have yourself a very special series that demands to be experienced.
アウラ、お前の前にいるのは1000年以上生きた魔法使いだ。
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get
To me, they don't need no more. They got 25 mil. Give me the 25 in general, you hear me? Over here, subscribe, like.
our latest
What's your favorite
videos.
anime?
You have the option
Favorite
to be
year?
notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure to go into your settings and switch on notifications. 2024
Okay, Solo Leveling,
Leveling.
yeah.
There are
If you watch the,
popular manhwa, and
read
then
the
there's Solo
manga,
Leveling, arguably
it's so
one of the
good.
most decorated
Bro,
and
I ain't even
beloved
spoil
power
it. I ain't
fantasies
even
out
spoil
there.
it.
Many were in doubt that the adaptation could be pulled off unless it was being done by the top echelons of the anime industry. Mercifully, what A1 Pictures managed to pull off was just about as close to a perfect representation of the source material as we're ever likely to get.
強くなんなきゃいけないんだよ。
Going from the weakest hunter of all to an absolute unit able to ascend to greater levels of strength with every victory, Jinu's gradual rise to become the most powerful entity in existence already had us locked in and salivating for more. If they do justice to the following arc, the
Facts.
anime community might explode.
Y'all gotta. See, that's why if you read the material, you're just better than most people that watch anime. I'm sorry, but yes.
What's your favorite anime of the
But yeah. Thank y'all for watching. But I do have one thing to say. If you play Marvel Snap, join my guild. It's gonna be right here somewhere on the screen. Just join my guild. Yeah, like, subscribe. Appreciate y'all for watching. Have a good one.